Do you want your sales and conversions to take off faster than Superman rescuing Lois Lane?
Excuse me. That's a bad outfit.
Then you need to know how to write better headlines. I'm John Benson, and this is Sales Copy Secrets. Welcome to my next video in the Persuasion Challenge series. This is 3 headlines to help save you from the pain and agony of lost sales. Awful to experience that. I don't want that for you. I got something much better for you. Are you with me today? All right. Because if you're looking for sales copy and copywriting tips to help you start copywriting or improve your existing copywriting and marketing skills, you are in the right place today. So I got 2 favors to ask before we dive into the training. First, please watch this video all the way to the end, because toward the end, I'm going to reveal one of my favorite tips. It's a headline formula that it's just too cool for words, so you have to see it. And as always, if I have earned your like, if I've earned your respect, if you just happen to feel like smashing something, you can smash that like button. You can share this video. You can please subscribe below so you can get more goodies. And let's get to it. A word about persuasion and how I teach it. I teach ethical persuasion to help you become a sales samurai. But giving anyone a samurai sword is giving someone a weapon, right? And weapons can be used for good or for ill, and I don't want you to use it for ill. So just remember the mantra. Ready? You never have to lie to be persuasive. You only have to be brave enough to tell the truth. You good with that? Now, when it comes to headlines, people have said, and teachers have said, and gurus have said, and maybe deities have said that headlines are only for one thing, and that's to grab attention. As long as you read the headline and you read or watch whatever comes underneath it, your headline has done its job. Is that true? No. And I should know because I've said that dozens of times myself. I just rethought it. I rethought it for this video series. And there's really 2 purposes of a headline. Ready? Headlines are designed to grab attention and implant intention. So grab attention, implant intention. What do I mean by that? Grabbing attention is pretty obvious. We want to grab them by the throat, make them watch, make them read, whatever you're making them want to do. Hopefully it's something good. But to do that, you not only need to command their attention, you need to secure their attention. And to grab attention and secure it, you need a power structure. A power structure is just patterns that we know tripwire the brain into paying attention and to staying attentive throughout the entire process. That's what you need grammatically in a headline. Now, to implant intention, meaning that you're going to suck their brains a little bit and stick that stuff in it in a good way, that you're going to want them to pay attention to, that you're going to want to feed them and make sure they're thinking of throughout your entire presentation. To implant intention, you're going to need persuasion triggers. These are various copywriting techniques like NLP or neuro-linguistic programming and hypnotic language patterns and pacing and induction and priming and many other boring terms that I'm actually going to cover in more video detail later on, so don't worry about that. And it's not boring at all, actually, because it can make you a lot of money. Now, today I'm only going to cover 3 headline formulas. I have dozens. There are many more than that in CopyPro alone. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to use CopyPro just to show it to you. You don't need to have the software. Don't worry about it. I'm going to dissect every single formula. It just helps to have it because click a button and it can generate all these variations for you. But I'm going to give you the secret sauce underneath 3 of them. Cool? Now, formula number 1 that we're going to cover is called negative and positive triggers. These headlines don't work so well on sales pages or video sales letters. They really work better for blog posts and actual YouTube videos and subject lines, stuff like that. They work really well for that. Not so much, like I said, for full-length sales letters, but we're going to get to 2 formulas later that do. Now, the formula for this is simple, and I'm going to break it down for you right here. Number, negative descriptor, topic, negative noun, avatars, negative verb. What on earth kind of newspeak is this? Am I going all George Orwell on you here and making up my own vocabulary? No, I promise I am not. I am going to break all of that down. It's going to make perfect sense once you see it in action. Now, to flip that from a negative to a positive is really simple. Let me read that off for you. Number, positive descriptor, topic, positive noun, avatars, and positive verb. Now, as you can see, I flipped over to Copy Pro, which is my AI copywriting software tool, and it's been around for 5 years, one of the leaders of the industry. And I've taken you inside what's called the headline generator just to show you positive and negative triggers. So I want to make sure that you totally get what we're doing here and why we're doing it. Now, there's different ways you can do this. You can do a positive trigger with a goal. You can do a positive trigger with a benefit, but we're going to break down that formula for you and show you exactly how it's working. Ready? Let me scroll down here to negative triggers for our starting point, and let's look at this. Now, I'm using a number here. You can replace this number with whatever number that you're going to use. For example, if you're going to give a video with 3 triggers, you're going to use 3. Pretty simple, right? So there's a number. There's our first parameter, a number. And look at our next parameter, a negative descriptor. What do I mean by that? Amateur, beginner. Let's regenerate that and see what CopyPro comes up with. Terrible, deadly. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, it is pretty cool, but that's a negative descriptor. The topic is really simple. Fat loss, weight loss. This is all in my weight loss genre, so if you're in internet marketing, it would be internet marketing, etc. Pretty easy. Then there's a negative noun. Now, it doesn't have to be negative. It can be neutral. For example, moves is not negative or positive, it's just neutral. But mistakes, as we use in these two here, are. And if we regenerate this for some other variations of this, screw-ups, you can see. Yeah, you see where we're going here. Something that you don't want to do or something that's neutral. Next up, we have our avatars. In this case, it's fat burners or fitness lovers. I could click here and choose another one if I want. Dieters, for example. Doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to show you Copy Pro. I'm just showing you how to think through this. And what comes after the avatar? The negative verb. Look at the verb. Try and fail. Commit, like mistakes they commit. That's okay, because in this context, that verb is negative. If we regenerate it again to get some other ideas, repeat. Make over and over again. You get the idea. A negative verb, something that someone doesn't want to do in relationship to the words that you said before. Now, I just regenerated it again, and let's read off some of these very simple, very cool, very powerful headlines. 8 boneheaded fat torching mistakes virtually all fitness lovers commit. That is following the exact formula of the negative triggers I just gave you. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now let's scroll up here and look at positive triggers. Positive triggers are the same exact formula. We're just replacing our negative verbs and negative stuff with positive stuff. I'm gonna scroll down here and look at this because these are super easy. 8 serious, 8 killer, 8 eye-opening, so that's positive. Killer is an awesome, 8 awesome or 9 awesome, whatever. Here's our subject, fat burning. Strategies, this is our positive now. Strategies, tools, tactics. You see where we're going with this? That work, that get results. In other words, that benefit. And if you want to add a goal on top of that, you can change this to fail-safe secrets the top fat burners need to increase natural fat burning ketones. Now we're getting somewhere. We're really getting some positive, powerful headlines here that you can use in a lot of different ways, including subject lines in emails, blog post titles, video titles, and more. Okay, formula number 2 is a formula from the years gone by. Back in the 1950s, in the Mad Men, if you ever saw the show, Mad Men era of copywriting geniuses used a lot of quotes, and that's why I call this the testimonial headline formula. Now, these headlines can work great for sales letters, video sales letters, anything really. It's just a fantastic way to grab attention without sounding too hypey. So here's the simple formula. Ready? Separator, topic, delivery medium, and aha moment. Let's dissect it by looking inside Copy Pro again. Okay, here are 3 examples. Finally is the separator, or it's the only. Something that separates the user and the experience. Something that separates what the user has experienced from what they used to experience. So finally, it's the only, a breakthrough, whatever it may be. The first is another way to separate. The topic can be inclusive of the avatar, like this one is, a dieter's blueprint, and the blueprint is the delivery medium. In this case, we have fat burning blueprint, fat burning plan, you get the idea. That's the topic, and that's the delivery medium. Then finally, we have the aha moment, and they're pretty cool. Delivered results that really made sense to me, that finally clicked. And we put the whole thing in quotes, so it sounds exactly what it is, like a testimonial, and that's an awesome headline. But it doesn't even have to be a testimonial. It can just be something that you said. But in quotes, the eye is drawn to it, and it commands attention. Okay, formula number 3 is our old standby. This again works great for sales pages, works great for video sales letters, works great for any sort of headline, and it's a very simple formula. It is a duality formula. Ready for the formula? Check it out. Wow, how to, primary goal, avoid primary complaint. This is really simple and very similar to the benefit formula. Very simple headlines we're trying to teach here. I've got tons of formulas. I'll cover them in other videos, but these formulas are just super easy, which is why I'm sharing them with you today. Let's take a look at this in action inside Copy Pro again. Okay, the very first one is the wow how-to revealed, or just how-to or clever trick. That's the wow. That's the moment you go, oh, wow, there's something really breakthrough. That's the very first part of the formula. The second, we build up to the primary goal. What's the primary goal? The number one thing your prospect wants to achieve. In this case, obliterate your most stubborn fat, trim waistline, and watch fat pounds vanish. I'm laughing because I'm leaving my own mistakes in here. I typed this wrong. So I'm going to open this up and say, trim your waistline. I'll do my proofing a little better. So we got the wow how-to and we got the primary goal. Now what's next? The avoid clause. Now you don't have to use the word avoid. You can say without, while avoiding, while steering clear of, etc. Something they want to avoid at all costs. And how you want to say that is completely up to you. And then the thing they want to avoid, which we call the primary complaint, the number one thing that they're afraid of or that they're complaining about. And here we have examples: giving up your favorite foods, going on a strict diet, rejoining that dusty old gym. Those are my customers' primary complaints. So now you know how to write headlines that can convert. Very simple formulas that we've given you, and you can apply them immediately. And how it can help copywriters and marketers improve their revenue and sales and avoid losing potential customers, potential views, all the bad stuff. In case you're wondering what I did there, you should do your homework. I'm using the same exact formula in that sentence. Listen, I hope these copywriting tips help you become a better copywriter or start your copywriting business or become a better marketer, whatever you set out to do. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about open loops. What the hell is that? That is a tactic that can get people to watch your entire video and literally psychologically hook them until your video is complete. It's one of my coolest teaching lessons, if I do say so myself, and it's one that I use all the time. I use it in almost all my YouTube videos, and you can too, as well as sales videos, as well as emails, you name it. Open loops will really come in handy and really make a difference to your bottom line. And listen, if you haven't seen the rest of my videos in this Persuasion Challenge series, check them out at the end of this video. At least you'll get one of them, and watch the series because I think you'll enjoy it. And always remember to like, share, subscribe. Really appreciate your love and feedback. And let me know in the comments what you think, what you want to hear about in your future videos, how you plan to use these formulas. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, I am John Benson, and I want to help make you unignorable.